Hello and welcome back to episode 137, Talk of Fame podcast with your host, Kylie Montini. I'm so excited to have on Ariana Nunez. She's an actress, model, and influencer. Thanks so much for coming on, Ariana. I'm so excited to talk with you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, how did you begin your acting and modeling career?
Well, I started as a teen model ambassador in 2020 with Erica Land Photography in Maryland, and I was 13. It was the first time that I had tried any type of like modeling. But it like felt like really natural, like I knew what I was doing basically, and I loved it. And then a year later, I was signed with Professionally Pretty as a model and actor, and I have loved it ever since I was 13.
That's amazing. Do you think like starting like in your teenage years helped you kind of a bit as like a model instead of career? Because like when I started, I was only 14, and like I just feel like when you start older, I feel like you're more mature in doing what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really, I started when I was 13, it's like a teen, like a tween basically, not like a
Mhm.
teenager, but not like a little kid. But I feel like the timing that I started, I mean, it was also like COVID, so there wasn't a lot. But I
Mhm.
mean, like that was when I could actually try and be able to basically like push harder, I guess is like the answer, to push myself um to be better and be good. And now I'm here with a bunch of manage like bunch of what's the word? Like signed with a bunch of people now. So
Mhm.
I have gotten to learn a lot of things, get to have some fun new experiences that I've never thought I would have.
That's amazing. Like how did you kind of like sign with these artists? Because like for me, like when I reach out to agencies, like it's like you have to pay like amount of fee to
Yeah.
kind of get represented and get manager and get these opportunities. Like was that like kind of like it happened for you, or is it kind of like oh they reach out to you and ask you? Because I know like for me, like basically every artist or manager or whatever I reach out to, they charge like a couple $100.
Um, when I got signed, it would either be me or my manager or my mom uh contacting them first about it to see if they were willing to work with me. And then they usually do have you pay like a certain fee that like acknowledges like that you are working with them and a part of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like I don't know if it's like the modeling and acting business, if that's like what they do. But I mean, like all the agencies that I do, um, I usually have had to pay for some of them. So
Yeah, like, I just feel like oftentimes like when you do like with signing an agency, it costs like a couple $100. Like and that and
yes.
that's and I'm like you might as well like do these like kind of things on your own and this kind of grow because like even though like you sometimes you can't like I know some people can't afford to kind of
Yeah.
like do a couple $100, you know what I mean? Like some people can't afford so I'm like, oh well, might as well do like find guests on my own, but like you might it's always worth it though in the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you recently played a traffic teen on TV series Advocate. Like how is
Mhm.
it kind of that role different from other roles you played previously?
Well, The Advocate, it was my like first role ever, um, in the modeling like business. Like I didn't know, like I didn't really have like the feeling because I've never been on a set before. And when they wanted me to be a part of it, it was my first ever role ever. But I was really inspired to do it as in like do the role as a like worldwide like issue because it is an issue that is going on. But being a part of the project, I wanted everyone to basically be aware of the serious issues and problems that are going on, and like perhaps be encouraged to do something about it to make it like make it like stop basically, because it's not right. I mean, it's not right, but people are
Yeah,
just
it definitely isn't right. Like trafficking, like is not the best thing. Like in the entire world, like it things that can happen like to any person, and like how like what was like kind of like the process like kind of aiming that role, but it's like how did you kind of like connect with that character, because obviously it's kind of like opposite like personalities and stuff.
yes. Well, my character, she was a party girl. She was a very party girl. But me, like playing the role, I didn't know how to like act kind of like I didn't know how to act scared or anything. So the day before I was like watching like a bunch of movies on like how the actors like facial expressions are and everything, and I tried to like mimic it basically, like being scared and everything. And I mean, I was scared, but I mean, it's like I don't really know how to put it into words. I guess it was just like the facial expressions are the like is what makes it count in the film, because if you don't have facial expressions while you're doing it, playing a character, then some people are not going to understand what is going on, if you're scared or if you're happy or worried or anything like that. I can't.
Oh, it keeps like unmuting. Oh my gosh. But like it like that's like if you were kind of like not mimicking or really don't know how to portray your character, then like that's like acting is not kind of right for you, I should probably say. Like it's probably not your thing. But like with playing a trafficking character, like you don't know like kind of what it's like until you're in that position or
Yeah.
you're portraying that character. You do not know kind of like what is like unless like you're in a position. Like how like did that role kind of like affect you in any way? Like kind of like or that with playing that film and portraying that character, like did it like kind of affect you in any way?
I mean, it it had me scared. I'm not gonna lie, it had me scared because I was just thinking like she's a like the person I'm playing is a party girl. She likes to go to parties and hang out with friends and everything, and I like to hang out with my friends. But it's scary to think about how it's a actual thing that's going on and people just like don't really like pay attention to it kind of. And like it did change me a little to be more observant, I think the word is, to like like to know my surroundings and everything. And if I'm not comfortable in some place, then like it's okay to leave and everything. So
Yeah, that's so true because like every time like you like to think like this is actually like a true thing, like it's not like this like television that's making it like a false reality, you know what I mean? Like people kind of shouldn't be scared in going out when they're going out to friends or going out partying or going out with their family or whatever you're doing. Like people shouldn't really be scared if people are going out to them doing all these things. Like you said, like even if you're not feel comfortable in that position or you're seeing someone that doesn't look right, like this like go leave like say like, hey, I'm leaving, like I don't feel comfortable here or this person's creeping me out. Like that's to think like this is actually a reality of our generation and like our parents' generation, etc. Like it's terrifying, so terrifying. Yeah, and like how like do you kind of like choose like your acting roles? Like because I know like every actor is like kind of different with
mhm.
choosing roles and stuff.
Well, before accepting any role that I get asked to do, I like to basically like go over the important details about the character, and the abilities. that the director personally wants in the film or show. Um, as like seeing what they want so I can envision myself basically portraying and representing them in a interesting and like truthful way basically. And it's like most auditions like have like the role that you want or that they picked for you, and like the age, and then also like what it is about the person. Like they usually have what the person is, like who they are and everything, what they like, if they're scared, like if they're like a shy person or a very outgoing person, they usually have that. So it's better for me to understand like the character so then I can give the director what they want.
Like what character that you portray kind of like describes like your personality and stuff. It's like with most characters, they're like, oh my God, that's literally like me. Like that's like literally my personality, or that's literally I literally see myself.
I think it would mm, my most recent one, not really recent, but this film that I did called Bellwood 1986, I believe is the number. It's very hard to like get the number correct because
Mm.
it's a back then movie. But it hasn't came out yet. But the trailer is out. But my character, I'll give a little bit about it. But my character, she is a cheerleader, and I do cheer. I am a cheerleader. She's very outgoing, likes to, what's the word? Like she likes to, um, not really have attention, but likes to be friends with everybody. No
Hmm.
matter what the cost is, she likes to be friends with a lot of people. So I feel like that character that I played is more like me because I am a cheerleader. I am outgoing. I like to make friends with everybody, basically.
Like that's literally like me, like literally. Like even though I'm not a cheerleader, like I'm like always want to be friends with everybody that I know. Like it's like, oh well, I know this person, might as well just talk to them, become friends with them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that connects with basically everyone because everyone wants to be friends with somebody. You know what I mean? And like as like an influencer, you have partnered with Sheen, Glossy Pops, Ruby Create, Olivia and June, Mini Brand Zero, Tillits, Self-Estimate, Playlist Orlando, and much more. Like why are partnerships important as an influencer?
It's important because you're promoting the brand's products, and their services that you would love or maybe use frequently. And by partnering with these brands, you are also showing you're showing your audience and your followers um, new products basically that you trust as well as you use in the hopes that they will also use them and not just to like follow the brand, not just like following the brand to see what they do and post and everything, but also using their products and like possibly loving their products very much. But partnership also allows the influencer to be more sincere and honest with their followers, and also hopefully bringing better results to the influencer and the brand at the same time.
Like that's really the best part about like being an influencer is that like you are basically promoting yourself in the brand. Because like even though you might not heard the brand, you're also telling your followers to basically buy the products or look out the brand and stuff. Like who has like your favorite brand to work with? Like I know you worked with Shein, and Shein is literally my favorite like store. I literally buy everything from there, and everything's literally so cheap, which is amazing.
I think that's hard because I've worked with a lot. Um, hmm, I would have to say, um, hmm, um,
I know this is a hard question.
This is a hard question because I love all the products that the brands send me. So it's really hard. I mean, uh, I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah, but you can just say all if you want. Like you
I mean,
don't need
yeah,
to pick a
I
specific.
would have to say all the products that I get from brands because each brand has their own different thing, but overall they usually like I'll message them or something or they'll message me first wanting to collab and everything, and they usually let me like check out their store to see if I would like something from there. And usually all the stores that I have done have had things that I love that I use in my everyday that I could use more of, so
Mhm.
I'd have all of them.
Yeah, that's like the true answer. Like if someone had to like ask me like my favorite like shop is, like it's literally like my baby for some reason. It feels that way. Like it's like picking like your favorite child, your favorite store. And like what do you want like your audience to take out of your videos? 'Cause I know you post a lot of, like TikToks and stuff, and like what do you like want them to take away?
um Honestly, um I just want them to like for them to take it out, like take out of my videos is that it's to basically just be yourself. I mean, and feel confident in what you do and what you also show. Um and we are all unique. So like why not basically show that to everybody that, everybody's unique in their own way. And to always just be yourself and be
Mhm.
confident.
For sure. Like I know like a lot of people are like so scared to be kind of themselves. Is they're afraid to get bullied or they're afraid to like if they show their true colors or who they are, they're afraid that they get judged for it. And like that's kind of how I was, to be honest. Like I was like, oh, I'm so scared because I like don't want to be judged for who I am. And I'm sure everyone feels that way in a little bit like that way because like you're like, oh my God, I want to be friends with this person, but I don't think that person will like me because my personality. But at first, you're like, you really need to be yourself in that position because if they don't like it for who you are, then it's like their loss. And
Yes.
like as like an influencer and stuff, like have you like, kind of faced any harassment, bullying, and stuff like that, self doubt, like as we kind of talked about a bit.
I mean, what I could say about like wait, you're asking like if I have been
Yeah.
like yes, okay. Well, not that I can I mean, I can't say that I haven't experienced it, but I mean, who you see like on Instagram or on TikTok is it's they are the same person that you will see in person. I mean, they're not gonna be one person on Instagram or TikTok and then be completely different in person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I I like to basically like feel confident and show that negative words that people say like don't define who I am as a person because I know I'm way better than them. Not like way better, but like that I can be a better person for myself than listen to people who are probably jealous or just like I mean they just want to be a bully and everything. But I mean all I could I mean all I when I see it happen at school or anything, I mean I stand up for the person because I'm not gonna let some kid come over and just start talking bad about a person that they probably don't even know and everything. And it's just like it's not okay to be
Mm-hmm.
bullying, harassing people.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's like bullying is the reason why people are basically depressed. Like I know someone that gets bullied so much and like her mental health has gotten decreased. Like that's why bullying is such a bad thing because like you do not know what people are going through. Like you do not know what people or but like behind closed doors. Like you don't know what their family like is. Like even like when people are bullying, they just do that to make themselves look better and make themselves happier and cooler and popular. But that's not what it is. Like if you people see you bullying, they're just gonna think like, oh my God, I don't want to be friends with her. Like it's just gonna make you less likely to have a friend and less liked. You know what I mean? And like with me, like your like influencers or something, they might seem like nice on like on Instagram on a reel or whatever they post, but they might actually not be nice in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why some people say like don't meet your idols, but that is kind of not exactly true. Because like, even if you meet your idols, they could be so nice from
Yeah.
what they're exactly to be. Like I met my idol a couple months ago, and he was the sweetest person ever. Like like even if people say don't meet your idol, like it might not turn out the best. Like,
Yeah.
yes, it might not turn out the best, but on the other hand, it might turn out amazing. Like that's why you should just take your chances, go for it, no matter what you're going through.
I mean, people may say like, oh, like don't meet your idol and everything, but I mean, I mean, they are just probably like mad or something that they can't meet theirs, but like also being like famous and a celebrity, I mean, you go through a lot. Like people are always hating on you, so it also takes an effect on you as a person. So I feel like if like somebody meets their idol and it's not who they think it is because they're different on social media and everything, then either it means that they are having a bad day, or maybe what somebody said affected them in a really bad way. But I mean, if you just I mean, I don't really know. It's like if you don't try it out for yourself and try to meet your idol and everything, see if it's true what people say, then you won't know. But I mean, most of the time, I mean, they aren't rude. They're really nice people. I mean, as far as the people I've met, they've all seemed really nice and everything. So I mean that's all that I could say.
Yeah, like that's so sure. But it's like even like if a person's going through all like a bad day or just having like a rough couple of days or they're sick or just kind of in a bad mood, that doesn't make them a bad person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they might just have like a bad day. If people are interrupting their day, they're like having a bad day. If you have to come up to them for pictures or something and they're having a bad day, they might seem rude for saying no or just kind of like saying like oh, kind of sarcastically and stuff like that. And it might come off as rude to some people, but then like you just need to think like they're human too. As like people like influencers and stuff, like they're so busy and they might be so overwhelmed that you need to think like, oh my God, like I want like they might be having a hard day. Like when I have hard days, I'm upset. I'm just disappointed. I want to be by myself. Like I don't want nobody bother me. But then like you need to think like influencers, actors and stuff are normal people. Like they have the same feelings, they have the same life, even though you might have a lot of fame to the name and they might a lot of people might not know may know them as a person it may even if social media, like people may think they might know them very well, but they just know them through a screen. Like you do not know what they're like until you meet them in person. You know what I mean? And like, how do you like manage to do work and make time for yourself? Because for me, like it's like for me, like it's very difficult to kind of balance school and work and stuff. And like I know it's very hard for some people. So I wanted to ask you, like, how do you balance everything? I'm kind of curious on how like, you do things.
Well, um, for me, I mean, I mean, it's, oh my, I mean, every day it's a new thing of what I'm working on. Either it's influencing or modeling or acting or school also because I do go to school and, I mean, during the school week, I, do school and then I would come home, do homework and everything. Also I put a little things for work and also on like the schedule, but mostly I try to get it done on the weekends, kind of like pushing it through the weekend. But I mean, no matter what like you're working on really, it's very important to allow time for yourself. I mean, it's you need to have your me time, your you time and everything. But if not, if you don't have the time, you don't allow yourself to have the time for yourself, you'll end up hating, like you'll end up hating work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I like to set boundaries for everything and make sure to block out like a me time each day. But I mean, it does get difficult when it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things. Um, but I mean, I still try to find a way for me to have a my own time and everything that's outside of the business and everything in school and everything. I just like lay down and everything, maybe like go on my phone, go on TikTok, look on Instagram and everything. But um, I do try to have a me time when I am also um having what's it called, like acting, like going there to film or modeling, going to go walk. I mean, yes, it gets very chaotic to do that, to manage that, plus packing and everything. Because I mean, right now I am starting to get everything ready for LA Fashion Week, which is next week, which I will be a part of. But I mean, I'm trying to get uh schoolwork done first, and then school always comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be a good student.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, work, do school, then work, then finish a little bit more packing, like do packing a little bit each day, and then have me time. And then I mean, that's really how I try to manage it. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, other people, it's totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I like do it the same exact way because I do online. Like I don't know if you go to public or online, but
I do both.
oh, you do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I do online. So like it's like I went to public school a couple years ago, but then I ended up doing online. But then like it's just like I noticed like if I have like less time, like I go from school from like 8 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's not like a busy schedule. But then like school can like really kind of impact your day, you know what I mean? Like for school, like school really impacts my day. Like 90% of the time I'm doing schoolwork. From like either two, I'm in classes, but then as I go, I'm doing homework for the rest of the day, or doing interviews, or writing, or blogging, or going to work, or doing whatever I need to do. Like it really causes so much stress, you know what I mean? Like it really causes your mental health kind of like take a toll because you're like, oh my God, I have so much work to do. Like I don't know when I'm gonna have my next me time. But then like if you're having a busy day and you're stressed, you're like, okay, well, what's making me stress? You know what I mean? Like what can I should I sit down and read or should I go on TikTok for comments and take a relax? Should I get a shower? Should I go on a walk? But I know for some places during this time it's very cold, so you can't really go on a walk. But like because I live in Pennsylvania, so it's very cold. But like it does like when you're working so much, it really does take a toll. And for me, it really takes a toll on my life when I'm overscheduled or I'm working so much and I don't have like time to relax and do things I want to do. And like the last thing I have to ask you is what is some advice for upcoming actors and influencers that want to make it?
What I can say is always be yourself. Um, it's okay to be scared, but always do your best. Put everything you have into what you're doing. Um, be proud of who you are. And if people don't like that, then they aren't the right fit to be your friend or anything, because you should have um friends that support you and what you're doing. Just don't listen to what other people have to say. People will come and say negative things and they won't care. Just ignore them. they're just, I mean, they're just jealous. They're just jealous that they want to do what you want to do, but they also are just probably scared, maybe
Hmm.
a little. But I mean, just be yourself. At the end of the day, that's really the one person that's gonna stay with you is you. Like you're gonna be your own person at the end of the day. So just be yourself and be confident is all I really have to say.
That's amazing. I love what you said. And like huge thank you for coming on the podcast. It means so
Yeah.
much. I love chatting with you. You're amazing and so positive. I'm so happy to have you on and thanks so much for taking the time and good luck at LA Fashion Week next week. You're gonna do amazing. I can't wait to see all the fun things you're having so next couple of weeks for LA. Because LA is my favorite city of all time.
Yes, I haven't been I lived in California when I was younger and I haven't been back. So it's been a couple of years, but I'm not ready for the time difference because I know it will
Mhm.
make a big effect on me.
Yeah, like California, like when I go to California, it has such a big like impact on me because it's literally 3 hours behind us. So it's kind of hard with the sleep schedule and keeping up with the time, especially now since we had to go 1 hour ahead. It's so hard. Like right now,
It's
trying to get just an hour ahead.
I can't even like deal with the fact that the time went 1 hour ahead. Like I just like forget the time.
Oh,
Uh I keep on thinking like, oh, it's this time, but no, it's this time. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's this one. And everybody's like, the time changed to an hour ahead. I'm like, I can't, like, I just can't.
yeah, I know. I really do the exact same thing. Like it might be like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh, it's actually 10 o'clock if I think about it. But then like my sleep schedule has honestly been so bad because like when I like because my body thinks it's like I go to bed usually around like 10 o'clock at night, like on a school night or whatever I want to do, 11 o'clock. And people like my time, like my body thinks it's like an hour behind. Like because like you're like, oh, you're not going to sleep. It's actually this time, not actually the time you're in. Like it's so bad.
For school, because for school, I think it's gonna take a big effect because I wake up at 6
Hmm.
and I leave the house at 7. And so that means that I'm going to be waking up event like in like reality if it wasn't the time ahead, like the time wasn't ahead. I'd be waking up at 5 and leaving at 6, and it's just gonna be kind of weird because it's still gonna be dark outside.
Hmm.
And in the afternoon here, it's you know, Florida's sunny,
Hmm.
so it'll be like 5 o'clock, and it will be bright and shine like it's like midday and everything because I guess the earth just says, oh, let's just keep the sun out and
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
not used to it or anything.
Yeah, yeah. And like I hope you have a fun time in LA. If you need any suggestions on like anywhere to go, feel free to reach out. I know some amazing places. So if you need like any place suggestions, feel free to reach out or whatever. I send you some over for you.
Thank you for having me on the
Of
show.
course, thank you so much. I'll definitely chat with you soon. Thanks so much, Ariana.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.